All right, welcome back. We are talking about saving for retirement, but we also need to live a full life right now. David Geller, author of Wealth and Happiness. He's an expert on this subject, and he joins us for some tips on how to live a better life now. I don't want to wait till I'm 67,
That's right.
David. I want to live a good life now. Wealth and happiness. Do you have to make a ton of money in order to be really happy?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely
People
not.
are sitting there saying, my life would be so much better if I made $300,000 or $400,000 a year. I wouldn't have a worry in the world.
Probably not.
Okay.
So lots of studies, the most recent from Princeton a couple years ago, that said if you measure happiness as people experience their life, that above $75,000 of income, as people get wealthier, they don't get happier.
Why is that?
The reason it is because people confuse pleasure with overall happiness.
Okay.
So people think buying the nice car, having the luxury home,
the material
taking the great
things.
vacation, is going to make them happier.
Right.
And to be candid, getting the new car does give you a short burst of happiness. But we all have the experience that 6 months down the road, the new car that was so exciting is now just another car.
And it's a burden.
And it's a burden. So what drives happiness? There are really three keys to a happy life.
All right, give it to us, because
Okay.
we're ready to hear this.
Okay. The first one's the quality of your most important relationships.
Okay.
Right? And that's probably the biggest piece.
I would say
So
the biggest.
The biggest
If
piece.
you don't have a happy home life, if you don't have a good
right.
partner, if your friends are not loyal, and you don't have that solid core of people around you, you're not going to be happy.
That's right. That's right. So the quality of the most important relationships, and those relationships have four defining characteristics.
Okay, go ahead.
Right? They are mutual trust. You trust each other to tell the truth. You trust each other to give advice in the recipient's best interests. Mutual caring. You're there for people when times are tough, and you're there for people when times are good. You give your friends an opportunity to fully tell you about all the very good stuff.
Okay.
And then the third piece, the most important, is people who will talk to you, people you can talk to without fear of judgment. Because we self-discover as we self-disclose. And we won't self-disclose if we feel we're being judged. If we have someone who will listen to us without judgment and with compassion, it's the relationship home run.
I mean, do you think this is one of the reasons why we see so many millionaires and you think their life is great, but you go and you peel back the walls or you walk through the front door and you realize it is not a happy home? Right. Even you drive down, like, what is it, Powers Ferry, you see all these million-dollar homes. They look amazing from the outside, but the inside of the home is not as pretty landscaped as the outside.
And often it's not, because those people those people think being successful is about how much money you have, but it's not. Right? Being successful is about the quality of those most important relationships. It's about having these engaged or flow experiences, what athletes call being in the zone, and it's about making a difference in the lives of others.
All right, very good. We want to get to this, too. I'm going to read this here. There was an interesting study done by Expedia. A lot of people use Expedia.
Yeah.
46% of employed Americans reported that they never check in with work while they're on vacation. However, 59% of men make it a habit to check in with the office. Not surprisingly, those who check in at least once a day reported a higher stress level.
Right.
Duh. 47% of people who went on vacation last year like their job. 71% who have not vacationed in 5 years don't.
Right. It all makes sense, right?
Right.
First of all, if you're going on vacation, you're going on vacation to spend time with loved ones, right? Right? With your wife, with your kids. So why would you take time that you've set aside for your family and go back to the office?
Hey, listen.
Why would you do it?
You're preaching to a choir here.
Okay.
I mean, I may get in trouble from my bosses who want us to have our BlackBerries on us at all times. But I don't call me on vacation.
Right. Turn it off.
Right.
Okay. The second part is, if you're always working, you're always in, the real details. But when you step back, when you go on vacation and you don't work for a week or 10 days or even 2 weeks, all of a sudden you'll see the world differently, right? You'll see much more strategic opportunities. Number three, right? In the end, we all need time to rest and pause.
Right.
So the guy who hasn't taken a vacation in 5 years, he's just exhausted.
Got to go on vacation, folks. All right, very good, David Geller. Thank you for the tips. Appreciate it and the breakdown.